Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Vanessa Widyaningrum, and today I would like to present to you on how to deal with nervousness. This presentation would be divided into two parts. The first would be just a general idea on what is nervousness and what you expected to have when you are nervous, and the second would be the tips on dealing with your nervousness. Okay, what is nervous? Nervous is basically a body's response to a stressful situation that involve hormonal and physical stimulation to handle threats. It could lead people that are nervous to increase on heartbeats, stiff bodies, and sweating, but there are actually many more. So, how to deal with the nervousness? The first is to prepare the material well. Second is to relax. Next is to check on the venue. Afterwards, knowing your audience and concentrating the message was actually also a really good tip. Last but not least is to visualize. The first method is to prepare the materials. This means that you need to prepare not only the materials such as the content but also the situation that you are on, such as the mistakes that you are expected to have and also the audience. You could do it by getting to know your audience by doing a profiling, and afterwards you could identify the audience wants and needs, and you need to get the clear message of what you are trying to inform to your audience. Next is to learn how to relax. Okay, so what I mean is that it makes you to learn how to relax both physically and mentally. You could try the deep breathing technique by inhale to relax by using your nose and exhale in every stress out that you had by using your mouth. Afterwards, you could try the imaginary technique where you imagine a scene or a situation that makes you relax. I actually use this one a lot to just imagine that my audience were actually naked to make me less nervous. Next is to check on the venue. You at least go to the venue a day before to observe the room and the visual audios so you could get familiar and make sure that they pass your standards. To do that, you could check on using a checklist to make sure that the audio, visual, and lighting went well when you are presenting later on. Next, we have know who your audience was. You could do it by researching who will be your audience, the age, gender, and jobs, and many more by profiling them. And you also need to remember the type of the audience that you are going to present to, since it could affect the language that you are trying to had or to do with your audience, right? Next is by concentrating on the message that you are trying to inform to your audience. You could do this by be 100% sure and confident about the topic that you wanted to present, and you need to be yourself on stage and presenting because it is more enjoyable for the audience to see you being yourself rather than trying to copy somebody else. And afterwards, you could stay connected to your audience. Last but not least is to visualize. What I mean by visualize is that you visualize how would you do your presentation and imagine that you achieve the goals that you set up for this presentation. And to do that, you need to focus on yourself first before the presentation to make sure that you are in a relaxed state. So thank you for listening and goodbye.